Shout out to the God Turk, Supreme Clientele Radio. Diablo, SR the General, full blast the beat God. Graff Champs, yeah, Graff Champs, Graff Champs, yeah, Graff Champs. Shout out the 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 Graff Champs. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tune in to Graff Champs. We appreciate the love and support for all the Graff Champs. The most amazing and iconic artists out here smashing it from the train yards to the rooftops to the storefronts, highways catching wreck. SR the General, he be going crazy, bro, from his Instagram account, Supreme Clientele Radio. Interviewing all the icons, the ones that led the way. Salute to all the fallen legends, the ones that set the stage. Moment of silence, let us remember those. Peace. Whether they family or they were friend or foe. Hate them or love them, let's show them some respect. Major contribution in hip-hop, Graff Champs to the death. Ready and willing, never scared to fry. Never. Chancing the odds of getting up, prepared to rise. Super talented vandals, never scared to die. Let's show them love while they breathing. Go ahead and share the live, share the live. So tell a friend to go and tell a friend. Interviews are dope from the start up to the end. To the end. Let's show them love and call it glory time. Repost his post on your post, share his post up on your storyline. We Graff Champs. We out.
Here we go. Here we go. Graff. Before anything, yo, this is how it goes all the time. I just gotta let you know why we even want you on Graff Champs. First of all, you put mad work in. Second of all, you put mad work in an important time in Graff when a lot of, I would say, hype waves was dying down and it wasn't really popping like that. So you came and you uplifted in a big way, in a big giant way. Blockbusters, piecing, fill-ins, tunnel work. Not only the tunnels is still rocking, you still got shit. A lot of shit. Not only that, you saluting the legends. PG, rest in peace. LC, rest in peace. Like you took the culture on your back in a time when it needed a person like you, and you did it in the highest level. And we fucking salute you for that, my nigga. Big Deck WGF.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You can hear me?
Yes, sir. I hear you loud and clear, baby.
What's up? That's what's up. I appreciate the opportunity to be on here.
All right, so we're gonna start from the beginning because all the fans want to know what got you into graffiti, Deck.
I've been doing it since '85. A lot of cats don't know. Gel, Fuck Crew is my stepbrother.
Salute to Gel, that's my man right there, son. Yeah. Old school street king.
Yeah. That's me. Me and him got the same sister, so you know what I'm saying. It's always been a Bed-Stuy thing. You know, we always hung out and played softball and shit like that in Bed-Stuy. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, I followed their lead. You know what I'm saying?
So you're from Bed-Stuy from the beginning. You from the Stuy?
From the Stuy.
So that obviously it says why you're linked to the Fuck Crew.
Of course.
Besides that, Gel is your stepbrother.
Yeah.
All right, so for the fans, because you know that's another episode of Graff Champs Fuck Crew. For the fans, just you as a youngin' coming up in the Stuy, what was the feeling being surrounded by First of all, LC's a fucking general. Like niggas don't understand this. Let these fans know what it was like coming up around these dudes.
Man, it started with Gel, but you know, LC was always a known dude in the hood, and of course Fatal, you know, Neck, Biza, Li, you know what I'm saying. LC wife knew my moms, so you know, and LC knew my mom, so it always been in the family, and it always, you know what I'm saying, that was the foundation.
All right, so because at that time when you're young, because they were putting in work way before me. Like I was looking up to these guys are fucking gods. Like you said, Fatal. Then you have Vic 2. Gel had mad street shit smashed. LC, LI. There's so much more and shit. All right, so now in the style, besides the fuck crew, who was out there doing it? Like in the style, did you see anyone else?
You had, let me see who else was doing it. The style was kind of funny back then. You would have legends like Jaws and Easy come through. You had J.A., when 501 had their big run, like 88, 89, you had Fog, Sign, you had Astro, then you had Chino, and Trim, because I used to live off Myrtle Avenue. So, that's a big strip, So, B54, you had, if you coming down from Broadway, you had to take Myrtle all the way downtown. So, it was one of those things. You had cats, you had cats doing a thing back then, but it was kind of like, you do your thing and then you kind of lay off. So, I've been doing this since 85. I done forgot a mad shit than I actually know. So, it's kind of one of those things. But, LC was always, a permanent fixture. LI too, You had BYE. Who else? Jesus.
People don't know in Bushwick, the By, a lot of people bit By style. He's the creator of a lot of nigga styles, like from coming down towards my way. Trust me, when we was young, you know how everybody practice JA tags when they're young, JA.
Of course.
In the hood, By too, always BYE, like everybody trying to copy his hairstyle.
Yeah, but cats don't realize how long they've been writing. They've been, late 70s? 79, And even me being a younger, you could say I'm like middle wave or whatever, being 85, You don't realize that these cats been putting it in, even if it's not like full bomb until this day, By still catch it, he always gonna carry a marker or a sticker, But LC, that was my main mentor. From day one, he always showed me love. He told me how to do it. He might not have could piece like I could piece, but he always, he was always based in the foundation.
All right, so let's get a little deeper into Deck. How did you get your tag?
Well, when I started in 85, I used to write race ski. I was super toy. But, when we played softball across the street from my crib, Joe would always have a can. So I'd catch a tag on Van Blockham. It's a bottle cap place. So we catch tags, we catch tags. And then when I started going to high school in 88, I was writing Jace, Jace. But it was too close to my boy, Jack, DTP. So I switched it up to Deck. And I've been writing Deck since 89.
Wow. So, all right. Because me personally, when I first started seeing your shit, it just smacked me. Boom! Giant or back to back DE, the silver shits. Bang, 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 bang. You came out and like it just hit shit by storm. Tell me about that. What was the mindset? Like you meant to do it like that, or you was just taking it like serious from the beginning? Well,
like I was serious, I was doing it. You know how you in high school, I used to go to graphic arts. So it was mad writers there. And, and I soaked up the game. My man Shrine actually gave me my first Deck throwy. Shrine, TPA. Dosh used to go to graphics. Mad Cats used to go. The prez of WGF and the vice prez went to graphics. But, when I was going hard a little bit, like late 80s, early 90s, I had a strict mom. So, it wasn't no late night missions and, hitting tunnels and all of that shit. So when I got older, You know what I'm saying? And I kind of lived on my own. My man Phaser, the vice president of WGF, was like, yo, I feel we got another run in me. And I was like, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. We old, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't old, but you know what I'm saying? We like 20, what we was? I think we was like 24. And I'm like, yo, we got jobs. And he was like, yo, I got a throwy for you. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, you find some caps, we gonna go out. And he had the plan. He was like, yo, we gonna hit main strips. We gonna go from one end of Manhattan to the other end, or we gonna do sections. But our plan was to be like, we gonna do Myrtle Ave, we gonna do Fulton Street, we gonna do Atlantic, we gonna do we gonna do 8th Ave, we gonna do 10th Ave, Riverside Drive. So he came up with the plan, and we just went crazy with that.
Yo, I know you got pictures.
Man, I got pictures that I've been putting out. A lot of cats gave me pictures of shit, but I got like 40 rolls of film I need developed. It's crazy.
Wow, that's mad material. That's classic material. No pun intended. Yo, so then when did you feel like you started doing damage, when people started giving you the recognition? Like, you know what I mean? When did that happen?
Well, that last big run, that was from like end of 97 to 2002. A lot of cats played it off. You know what I'm saying? Like when I figured out scrapyard sold caps, I introduced myself to a couple cats, and then they was like, oh, okay, like, I think I heard of you. And then like a couple weeks later, they was like, yo, bro, I see you up. So, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't really, it was for fame. But I ain't one of them dudes that like that recognition, because I don't like dudes just walking up on me. You know what I'm saying? No, you know how it is back in the days, it was always about immunity. So for a cat that just like, yo, what up, Deck? I'll be like, who you? You know what I'm saying? Even though I stick out like a sore thumb, but it's still like, yo, like, who are you? What's your motive type of thing? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm glad you brought that up, because we never spoke about this little piece in Graff Champs. So right from the beginning, when you're a Graff rider, you're supposed to remain anonymous. You're supposed to be like a shadow. That's the fucking point of having a tag and being somebody else. But
what up, Smash?
Niggas turned that shit into a fashion show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the crazy part about it. And I think I went to Smash. My man Seos, I think Snatch. I can't remember what crew Snatch is from. We went to a Martinez Gallery show. I think it was for Earsnot, and like I signed somebody's book, and then like they showed it to somebody, and then it was like a crowd of people like, yo, can you sign my book? I'm like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate the love, but it's like one of them things, like, I like to go to places and just chill. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that crowd around me too much. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the love, but it's not like, I'm doing it just for that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of funny. It's still, even to this day, I done been mad places and painted and people buy my stuff all over the place. I'm like, yo, I'm still that little short, chubby, fat dude from back in the days that wanted to do graphs.
Yo, but I saw, because some of your work is phenomenal, my nigga. It's like you got a whole piece, and then
that's like craft work. My man Jiz just said craft work kings. Yeah, that's right.
You definitely mastered the craft, because you got like the piece, and then you got like a tag on top of the whole piece. Like it just looks crazy. I don't know. Like, how did you think of that? Like the sticker or the tag on top of the piece, or vice versa? Like how you've been doing the later shit.
I've always been an artist. Rest in peace, my pops. My pops was an artist, and I picked it up from him. So like I went to graphic arts, so I always been an artist. So I like to do shit out the box. You know what I'm saying? I don't always, you know what I'm saying? I can get down, I can do 3D and all of that, but to be honest, I be mad lazy most of the time. So I do something to make you think and be like, oh shit, I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. If you doing blockbusters all over the fucking New York City, solid, big, double outline, if that was lazy, I could imagine full mode Deck.
Well, no, I'm just talking about the shit I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? But back then, like when I did all of those joints, those huge shits, like on the Wilson tracks and the Sutter tracks, those were all done in the daytime.
Wow.
You
So what do you like hitting better, streets or doing those spots like that?
I love it all. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these old cats, like, yo, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? A lot of old cats is like, yo, you gotta do it all. You know what I'm saying? So I never, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know, like the homie Scuff. Like, I know he just do his name and tag all day. You know what I'm saying? And like my man Phaser, that's what he would do all day, is just copy everybody else's tag. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not one of those dudes. But if it comes down to doing throwies, hollows, straight letters, pieces, production, I'm down to do whatever.
So what is your link to PG?
That's a funny story. I went to a James Top show down by Columbus Circle, and I think Bomb 5 had I think it was a lecture or something. I go up there and because Keo invited, you know, Keo and all them dudes is up there, and PG showed up with Peak, rest in peace, Diva, and that Ratatouille dude, what's his name? Adder. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they was like, yo, you know, he a good dude. And I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And PG was like, yo, bro, you putting in work, blah, blah, blah. You know, and I told him who I knew, and he was like, oh man, you family. And like, I literally knew PG like 6 months before he died.
Wow.
And me and that dude talked on the phone at least 3-4 times a week. And from that night, we hit trains. That same night, it was James Top, Keo, BT, Burn, RC, Crook, Jesus. We had Blinky from Mass Appeal magazine with us. I know I'm missing somebody else. We went out to Northern Boulevard, to the White Castle out in Queens, and then we went to the Home Depot. And they was like, yo, I want to paint some trains. I was like, man, y'all ain't trying to paint some trains. And we in the Home Depot, and me and PG is racking paint. And they waiting for the dude to come with the key to open the rack. And they was like, you crazy. I'm like, dude, I ain't paying for no paint. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a couple dollars in my pocket. I'm like, yo, we trying to rock. If y'all trying to paint, I ain't really got no money for paint. I'm like, I don't buy this. So as they waiting for dudes to get the paint, me and PG is like literally sticking our fingers inside the gate, contorting it to get paint. And they looking at us, and we rocked that shit. And from that night, we was cool up until his death.
Rest in peace, my man, Georgie.
Oh, yeah, Pretty George 3, always. That's the family.
That's a fact. I always wanted to know that because you represented LC and PG to the maximum, and I salute you for that, bro. Like, I hold both of them niggas dear to my heart. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas is staples, and you know, they looked out for me from one time or another, and I salute them niggas for that. Rest in peace, both of them.
Yeah, that was... See, my thing is, you know, they say never meet your idols, but them dudes was always 100 with me. You know what I'm saying? They was never funny style with me. You know what I'm saying? I kicked it with them. You know, even PG and the homie Arrive came to the crib one time and was like, yo, we want you to come bombing with us. And at the time, I was with my first wife, and we was going through some shit, and she was like, you go out painting. It's a wrap. And I was like, man, and I folded. But, you know, it sucked because I wanted to go. But, you know, at that time, I was going out like 5-6 nights a week.
Work. That's work. Do you have a favorite partner that you smashed a lot of shit with? Who's your favorite nigga to paint with?
See, I done had a couple partners. When I first came back out on that last run, it was Phaser. He's the vice president of WGF. Another one of my partners and my little brother, Smash Team Crew. You know what I'm saying? Another one of my partners was Mize from Mayhem Crew. Shit. I had another partner that went out with me a lot, my man Noel, but my boy Loke from Cali. He was another one of my partners. Me and Webb from Chaos, we went out like once or twice. Shit, nice. I even bombed with Joey Sims once or twice. Even me and Sage bombed a couple times.
Wow.
But yeah, even Murs painted with me and Smash one night too.
So what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite bomb or the craziest shit that ever happened?
My craziest bomb, shit. I can't. I might got like 5 favorite ones. Top number 1 is probably the night I met Smash. I'm bombing Atlantic Avenue, and I can't remember the side street. And Smash is literally doing an SM throwy and like on Atlantic Ave going toward the conduit. Those brownstones. So he's literally like, when you go to the basement of the brownstone and you got them 2 little windows, he rocking an SM throwy right there. And I'm like, yo, you right? He looked back at me and was like, you right? I'm like, the fuck? Like, what the? Like, and I was like, yo, I write deck. And he was like, yo, you went to school with my cousin Design. And I was like, and we painted that rest of the night together. And that been my little bro. That been the homie. That been family ever since. I think the second favorite bomb, I think, was when me and Phaser did 125th Street, and then we did Coney Island.
In one night?
No, we did. It was probably like we did 125th like on a Sunday, and then we did Coney Island the next Sunday. Because you remember back in the day, Sundays it'd be dead.
Boardwalk shit.
When you got somebody, as long as you got somebody looking out, you can rock, you know what I'm saying? And then, after you walk the block, you let him come down, you know what I'm saying? So that was our thing. Another funny bomb was with me, Smash, and Murs. What stop it was? It was on the 2s and the 5s. When the 2, what train is that? I think that's at Utica not Utica. Shit. Or Empire, where the train starts your turn, where it goes it goes down Nostrand Ave. The fucking train operator stopped because he saw one of us, and I had a messenger bag with like 40 cans. He stopped and was like, yo, I'm gonna call the police on y'all. So we kind of got scattered and ducked out different escape hatches. And I go back like 2 days later, the bag is gone.
Ooh.
Because I'm like, yo, I used to have the workman's vest and the hat, and a lot of them tunnels I did in the daytime.
Why did you do tunnels? Like, from Blockbusters out, and then you just went to tunnels or streets? Like, why tunnels?
Well, I got picked up a couple times, and like Vandal Squad, I think Vandal Squad or police were scoping me out. So, you know what I'm saying? I had to play it low. That's kind of why I stayed off the streets for a minute.
But it's a good thing that you fucking did the tunnels, because those shits are fossils, my nigga, and they stay forever, my nigga.
That was, because you got to remember, the only cats that was really doing tunnels was J.A., Kaz did some, You had ID. You had Rage. You had that whack ass M map. Man, who else was doing it big when I was? You know, you had a little mixture, but you had Rebs and Peak, you know what I'm saying, the homies, you know, with the pages, and you had Scope, you know what I'm saying? You had Cats. So,
still got
I was, you know, you ride MTA, you either go to the front of the train or the back of the train, and you look to see what's there. You know, when you ride, especially like the A's, when you ride the local and it's busy, it stops in the middle of the tunnel so you can see under the lights. So I'm like, under the lights, gotta crush it.
So that was a spot.
A lot of those crispy throwies that's still running, that's Rust-Oleum bucket paint, oil base. And I took that from peaking them.
Yeah, that was a great move. That was like a chess move right there, my nigga. For real. So now I gotta pick your graffiti brain. Now I gotta know who's your top 10 favorite writers of all time for whatever reason, just your favorites. Wait, let me get my paper.
It's just a random order. Top 5.
Wait, let me get my pen ready because I gotta write this down. Hold on. Wait. Deck. I got.
Let's see. No random order. TK.
Ooh, TK TNR.
His partner Kais.
Kais. K-I-S-E. K-I-E-S.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
PGism for sure.
Rest in peace, Georgie. PG, the party animal.
LC.
Fuck who?
The homie Fatal.
Yo, Fatal is underrated as a writer, bro. I'm telling you.
See, the thing with that is a lot of cats, they underestimate Fatal because he was always getting locked up. You know what I'm saying? He come out and be like, yo, Deck, you want to go bombing? For sure. That's 4. Chain 2.
Who?
Chain 2.
Chain 2. All right.
Old school head. Pose 2.
That's a good one.
Black Web Chaos.
You mean Web-Oleum?
Yes, Web.
The real Web.
The real Web.
Yo, wait, hold on. I gotta. I'm sorry, I got to. That dude is too dope and classic not to be noticed as the real Web.
I don't know how that's possible. I just don't know. Who else? I give it to Scuff. Just, you know, consistency.
William, salute to Scuff, baby. This is the last one, number 10.
Shit, number 10. Dondi.
Ooh, he went Godfather right there. Dondi. All right, so you got TK, Kais, PG-ism, LC, Fatal, Chain 2, Pose 2, Web-Oleum, Scuff, and Dondi. Not a bad, wait, hold up. Not a bad list at all. But now we got to go to throwies, bro. You got to give me at least your top 5 favorite throw-ups. Who got the dopest throw-ups?
Dopest throw-ups. Of course, you got to give one of them to J.A.
Ja. All right.
Shit. Scuff's throw is tough, especially with that character in the F.
William.
Dune.
Ooh.
Shit.
Dune. Yeah. You like Dune?
Gotta give it to the homie LC.
Ooh, his throw is underrated.
Shit, his straight letter, his connecting straight letter was super underrated. The last one, who I'm gonna give it to? Gotta give it to Kez 5. With the old school E.
With the lump on the E?
Yes.
Rest in peace, Kez 5. So you got J.A., Scuff, Dune, LC, and Kez 5. That's a lot of dope throwies right there. That's fire. That's fire. Dude, did you ever meet like Ghost any one of them niggas and was like, oh shit, like one of them crazy type niggas?
Who?
Ghost or niggas like that?
I met Ghost down here at the Meeting of Styles in 2018. He a cool dude.
Yo, son, to me, he has the dopest throwy. That I love. Ghost is one of my favorite niggas, bro. He's a crazy artist and shit. But so now repping for Brooklyn, do you remember the first time going out of Brooklyn somewhere else and rocking? Like the X or wherever?
Yeah, I painted the Bronx once. Well, twice. I never got to a mission because me and Phaser kind of, when we got bagged in Queens, he kind of quit. So Bronx was the only spot I never really got to crush. Yeah, that's the only borough. And Staten Island, of course, I did a little something in Staten Island. Like we caught a couple ferry spots and stuff like that, but it wasn't, going to Staten Island, you had to have a car.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's far and few between the shit that you could hit or whatever. But WGF, that wasn't your crew?
Nah, that's PM's and Phaser's crew. I've been down with WGF since '88.
Okay, I always thought it was your crew because that was the one that you rocked the most heavy and shit.
Nah, because that was the fam. Because when I went to graphics, Phaser, Phaser used to bomb with Daz and PM. When the N, I think it's the N or the R when it come outside in Queens, the pit.
Yup, right there by the plaza.
They had pieces there. So, he put me on the game and like we've been friends since my first semester in high school. So he put me on the game and he's like, yo, they were both like, yo, we want you to push WGF. So, you know what I'm saying? Of course I gotta rep the fam. And everybody thought that, you know what I'm saying? PM gave me the crew, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like one of them honorary things, the family come and step back up, I'm gonna play my position.
That's a fact. But when y'all niggas was going mad hard and it was like 97, 98, 99, like I said before, a lot of waves started slowing down. Did you realize that it started getting weak in the streets and you was like holding a lot of weight on your back for New York?
Well, you got to remember when me and Phaser was going hard, Bona and Blizz was going hard. So it was like, it wasn't a competition, but you know what I'm saying? We saw them and they saw us. So it wasn't like, it was one of them things like, yo, we holding it down because, I didn't, when you in the streets, you see it, but you don't notice it. So it's not like when you're a young cat and you can go to school and just paint. But you know what I'm saying? We was bombing 3-4 nights, 3-4 nights out of the week, and then we had to go to work in the morning. So it wasn't like, we had our ears to the street. Only time I got my ears to the street, like if I actually went to bomb the system. Before it turned to scrapyard. So it was one of those things. So it wasn't like, You know what I'm saying? It was like I knew what was going on, what was going down. It was just like, yo, we gonna do this, and this is how we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we was connected. It wasn't like we was going to shows or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't have no feedback. The feedback I got is when I hooked up with Smash. So he was plugging me into a lot of stuff. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to check this out. I'm going to check that out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do the gossip. If you don't tell me, I don't know.
I feel you. But you're like a representative. That is in the mainstream, but you could rep like the hood writers that don't get as much credit. Shout out some hood writers that niggas that just bomb hoods that don't get no fucking credit.
Shit. The homie JB, hood writer.
Salute JB, baby.
Who else?
Because in the comments I see people keep saying Wiser and Phaser. Those are hood niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like hood bombers. A lot of niggas, like I want everybody to get recognition, like that puts in work. Oh,
my man 2L Sick. Who else? Man, I'm terrible right now with my memory.
What about Graff now in New York City? Do you see any of it?
I see a lot of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy that even bringing that up, like me going to Art Basel and like the homie Zex is showing me love, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, he like 2 generations behind me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, he's like, yo, what up, Deck? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? It's, it's kind of one of them things that, younger cats knew who I was, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been out of New York like almost 21 years. Well, no, 20 years now. I moved out of New York for good this month, 20 years ago.
Wow. Was that like is it mad different like where you at from New York? Like
it's super different. It's super different, but you got cats that put in work. It's not it's kind of like one of them things, it's like the same drama, but 10 times less as writers.
So then there's Graff out there.
Yeah, it's Graff out here. This cat's out here putting in work. You know what I'm saying? And I see him, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, because G2 was just out here not too long ago, and me and him, we put in a little work.
Is there like a top nigga from out there?
Top dudes right now is these cats, Porter, Poem, damn, who is these other cats? It's like it's you got a cat named Gas putting in some work. You got another cat named Chef. Me and him don't talk, but I got to give him his props for the work he actually putting in. You know what I'm saying? Who else? You got cats. You got the homie Esto putting in a little work out here a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like handful of cats, putting in their thing. But it's like you see stuff, you notice it, and then you go on about your life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm too busy doing my own shit. I paint walls, I paint walls out here a lot, even legal, commission, and just guerrilla style. So, you know what I'm saying? I got, as shit, I'm damn near 50, you know what I'm saying? And I got like life, I got life. I got like regular life shit to do every day. So, but I still, Graff is a part of my life. You know what I'm saying?
So what now? People could get like merch off of you, like they could hit you up for canvases, sticker packs, and all of that.
Yeah, I still do all of that. That's on my store connected to my website and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my bad. You know who else had a tough throwy?
Who?
Slick and Fogs.
Sony and Slick, rest in peace.
I wouldn't say Sony. Sony had a decent throwy. He had a good one too, but that's kind of where I get my C from Slick.
Wow.
And when I used to do the K with the dick on it, that's where I got that from. My man Phaser gave me that. You know what I'm saying? You know, Brooklyn is always the foundation. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn get that kind of that little ref, you know, that rough, you know, rep. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you got to know somebody in Brooklyn. I'm like, yo, that's the same thing like in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, it's the same thing. Like, that's like everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's my thing is like, yo, if you don't fuck with somebody, you don't fuck with somebody. But it's about the love for the culture. You know what I'm saying?
So what's next for you? Like, what do you want the fans to know about Deck when it's all said and done? Like,
that he was a dickhead writer that did it for the love. You know what I'm saying? I'm an asshole. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Being a grapher, you gotta be an asshole, because if you allow it to get to you, you fail in this. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of cats, you know how it is. Just like the old heads, when they was like, yo, when the trains, when they started buffing the trains, they was like, yo, I'm done with this. I'm like, the streets. Why? You know what I'm saying? Man, fuck you, Smash. You know what I'm saying? Like, why stop it? You know what I'm saying? Just because one element, one mode of it is gone, why stop? You got streets. Just like OE3. OE3 and Peter 13. They killed trains. When the train stopped, OE3 went to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Just like TK, like cats don't remember Jaws and Easy on the trains. And then that run like 95 to that run they did from like 85 to 89 was ridiculous.
Facts. Them niggas is the GOATs. Rest in peace, Jaws.
Oh yeah, rest in peace. I talk to Easy once in a blue, and he a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the thing. You do it for fame, but you do it to keep the culture going. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to die, it don't die when you stop writing. You know what I'm saying? And cats don't understand that sometimes. That's why you have a lot of old cats that come back into it, and then they have animosity to the newer dudes that's, getting real money from it. I'm like, if you'd have stuck it out, you would have seen where the transition would have went. You know what I'm saying? What's for you is for you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be harping on like, oh man, how these dudes is making it. I'm like, they put the work in. They hustled the game. You know what I'm saying? And you can't, two-way say, what's up, baby? You know what I'm saying? And you can't be bitter, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not in that position. You know what I'm saying? So, I do it for the next generation, to be like, oh shit. All right, oh, okay, that's how you do it. All right. Because cats be like, how can I get into this practice and going out at night? I don't advocate anything illegal, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta know, you gotta respect the steps into this. Just like anything, like a trade you might take into, you're gonna be an apprentice, right? You can't just be a master teacher right off the back. You gotta know your craft. You know what I'm saying? Some cats can just tag, some cats can do throwies, and then you got some cats that can piece but can't do nothing else. I'm like, yo, how is that? Like, how can you piece and not have a tag or a throwy or know how to do a straight letter? You know what I'm saying? But you can do a full-blown production.
Yo, there's a lot of that, bro. There's niggas that's so nice with pieces and can't do a throwy to save their life. Yo, I'll be wondering, how the fuck is that possible?
That's because they miss steps. Because when you got movies like when FX and them was putting out movies, they saw those movies. They bought those movies and was like, yo, this is what I want to do. But they didn't know what was involved. You know what I'm saying? You had rest in peace, Perk. He put in his work. He didn't put in he put in work, but he had a foundation. You know what I'm saying? When Tax Crew and them was doing all those murals, Bio and them was hitting trains. You know what I'm saying? they come behind TK, you know what I'm saying, 170. So you gotta, it's like saying you graduated from high school, but you got your GED. You know, you studied for 9 months, now you got a degree, and it's just like, oh, I'm on. And be like, but where the fuck you was all them other years? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's just like that with rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can't get mad at stupid shit like that, but then you can still, you know what I'm saying, as long as you know, hold regard to the craft itself, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So at your run came to an end because you moved then, right?
Yeah, I kind of needed a change after 9/11. Like, it was crazy out here after 9/11. I used to work for Deutsche Bank. So, you know what I'm saying? And our corporate office was across the street from Tower 1. You know, our main office was across the street from Tower 1. New York was crazy then, you know what I'm saying? And I needed a little change. And my shorty out here was just like, yo, why don't you come out here? And I was like, oh, okay.
That's what's up. So where do you, at the end of it all, where do you rate yourself? Where do you rate yourself in the whole mixing pot of graffiti?
I don't get it. You know, I can't rate myself against cats, you know what I'm saying, that was doing it from back then to now. You know what I'm saying? I could never stand, you know, I could never put myself next to like a Chino, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that.
Nah, I don't expect you to, but you did made a wave and you fucking supported New York graffiti at a high level when it needed it and shit. Because when your run came to an end, you know, then we got the 5MH plague. They came and they held graffiti. Right as you left off, they came. And then as soon as they left, ACC came and picked it up. So it was like, if those events didn't happen, where you know, if the plague wasn't there, 5MH didn't come, what would have happened? You know what I'm saying? It was all toyed out.
Yeah, but you know, that's the funny thing about 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, after the clean train era was over with, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, you know, like you had cats like Poem, you had cats like Coke 2, you know, you had, you know, you had cats doing clean trains for the flicks. So, you know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, the shit was on steel. You know what I'm saying? Even though it didn't run, but it ran to the, you know, it ran to the yard. You know what I'm saying? Shit, me and Smash did a couple clean trains. So, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, and we did insides too. So it was like one of those things like it's, you know, like it's fucked up. You know, cats fall off. Cats, you know, it's life. You know what I'm saying? Some, you know, when cats fall off, you know, there's waves. Like you were saying, there's waves. You know, it was us. It was Mona and Blizz. You know what I'm saying? It was 5MH. The homie Ewok was with them. You know what I'm saying? Until they got bagged and shit. But, you know, it's always waves. You know what I'm saying? You had... You know what I'm saying? The first wave was OE, you know what I'm saying? And then the second wave was Jaws and Easy. Then that, you know, that third little wave was TNR and 501, you know what I'm saying? And then boom, boom, boom. You always had that wave, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like, you get a couple dudes together and be like, yo, we gonna go on a run. And then, you know, even in that wave with 501 and TNR, you had that wave with Fuck Crew. And, you know, when them dudes showed me how to do it. When I saw the fucking U-Haul truck full with paint, I was going crazy. And they was hustling hard and just buying a fucking U-Haul full of paint. Dipped in low. Baby. Dipped in low. They bombing with low.
That's a fact. I bonged with LC and he had on a bear knit and a big giant chain.
Dipped in low. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? LC used to tell me stories, and we just sit in his kitchen. He smoke weed, and he do his little throwy, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I met JV, Rob 3000, you know, what it was, Rob 2000 or 3000. I can't think of it right now.
2000.
2000. You know what I'm saying? And those are like the young cats. And what's the other homie that used to be with him? Damn, I can't think of his name right now. Damn, I can't think of his name. He another little homie and shit. And they was soaking up the game. And you know how that be like, Deck, like, yeah, I think I heard of you, like, yo. And then, you know, he'd be like, yo, Deck a old head. I'm like, I'm not old like you, but you know what I'm saying? You know, like I'm old, but I'm not ancient. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how that is when you a young dude. And you hear like somebody like an old head, and they be like, man, who this dude? Like, who is he? You know what I'm saying? And then he's like, oh shit, he is like putting in work. You know what I'm saying? And it always been about that. It's just been the work. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, you know, it's like the fame come. You know, if it come, it come. But I wanted you to know, like, yo, you see a deck tag, you be like, yo, he did his thing. You see a DE throwy, you be like, this motherfucker didn't leave me a spot.
He went big. Yo, so, but did you see, of course you seen Deck VIC coming up when you was younger, and then you see Deck 2X.
See, I'm VIC too. Much respect to him. He had the M's and the J's on lock. Much respect. You know what I'm saying? Because before him, you had Deck 7, you had Dexter, I think you had Deck 13. So it was a couple of different decks, you know what I'm saying? But it was never, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I love the ECK connection. So, you know, everybody was like, it was close. I'm like, you know, Deck used to write the lowercase D's. So I try to make sure my shit didn't look like his at all. So it wasn't no misconstruedness. You know what I'm saying? It was never an issue, you know what I'm saying, from my knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And because even like PG said something about that, but he was like, yo, you know, y'all shit don't look, you know, compared to the other deck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, salute to all the decks. All the decks got busy in their own right.
Yeah,
all of them.
Sure,
you and all of them. That's a fact. All right, so yo, Deck, before we off this, is there any last things, any you want the fans to know? You want to get off your chest? You want to let these motherfuckers drop a jewel on these niggas? What you want to do?
Not really. You know, my thing with that, even when I got something on my chest, I'd rather tell it to your face. You know what I'm saying? So it's no misconstruedness. But, you know, I just really want to shout out the homies that's not here and, you know, the fam. That's really it. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to be on here. Because, you know, I catch it, but I'm normally hustling. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, oh, man. And then when you approach me, I was like, that, I'll do it because I don't really do interviews. You know what I'm saying? But
we thank you for that, too, because like I said, the work that you put in and the way you was doing it and at the time you was doing it, it all like you really held a lot of weight, and you probably don't know how people perceive you in the graph world because you're you. So I want to let you know. You know what I'm saying? You did your thing and you cut out your own little niche, and everybody salutes you for that, my nigga. You heard?
Appreciate that. You know, all
right, that's what it is, yo.
Definitely.
That's Big Deck WGF, you heard?